cool with being at the end. I don't care. So I'm just waiting on everybody, and I just fall in line where I fall in line to. It ain't really a part. I'm just finishing up life after the abuse. So we get up to the thing. Everybody getting food. That was like, oh my God, my favorite. You know, people who've been in jail, they know what they expected. They excited about it. So I finally get to the little maroon thing. Don't get me wrong. They didn't even give me a cup. But luckily, the little nice inmate person that was in jail with me had some paper foam cups. So I was able to get some of the water. It was either water with cool off packets or water by itself or some of the unsweetened tea that they had. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, we got a whole 5-gallon jug of tea, but we put 1 pack of sugar in it. So if you happen to get that little piece where the sugar just happened to be at the bottom and in the middle, you good. So anyways, when I got up there, they handed me this little flimsy looking tray looking thing. My daughter's not here. They handed me this little flimsy looking tray looking thing. It had like 1 big section, 2 little sections. When I look at it, the first thought that came to my mind was, this gotta be hamburger helper. I want to say this is hamburger helper. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, I'm about to eat good. I'm about to eat good. Not only did I have hamburger helper, I mean, the sauce on it looked a little off, but hey, maybe they just didn't have enough coloring in the package. It's jail. So, I had that. I had some green beans, and then the little bitty, like, y'all, the little bitty square of cornbread, but it had this film on top, like it was a at-home dinner or something. Like I was literally heating up a microwavable dinner. So when I grabbed that, I went over to the next little semi-station. Did you get a new house? I went over to the next little semi-station, y'all, and they gave me some pudding. I was excited about that because that was pudding I could get out of Walmart. That's chocolate pudding I eat on the streets. And then I went over, she was like, you can choose tea, you can get water, and you can get a cool-off packet. And so I ain't gonna lie, I got a cup of water in the cool-off packet. Cool off, Kool-Aid, but this one cool off, whatever. So I grabbed it. When I went and I'm looking, I'm like, I don't know where to sit, Jesus. Like, dang, if I sit at the wrong table, they probably gonna think I'm their girlfriend. If I sit at the wrong table, I'll talk about why I was in jail. Like as it keeps going, then you'll catch on. So one lady was like, you can come sit with us. You can come sit with us. So I went over there. I sat down. Like, okay, you invited me. I'm safe. Like, I feel safe. I can do this. So I go over there and I sit down and I peel the film back. When I peel the film back, the worst stench, Lord. The worst stench came to my nose. Like, I'm going to die in here. Yep, it's official. I'm going to fucking die in here. And I'm most definitely going to lose weight because I'm not going to eat this. So the lady was like, you don't want it? You don't want it? Thank you, Andrea. You don't want it? And I was like, I don't know. I ain't tried it. The stench threw me off. Don't get me wrong. The stench threw me off. So I went ahead and I got my little sport, you know, the little orange spoon. They got the teeth at the end. And I dipped it in there. And the moment I tasted it, the moment I was like, somebody please give me a string. It's about to be over. Please hand me a string. It's about to be over. So I was like, okay, the stuff. Now, let me tell y'all what it looked like. It looked like little dog food balls in what should have been gravy, but it wasn't gravy. Y'all double tap the screen for me. If you're new in here, hit that follow button. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube, go subscribe to my YouTube for me. Please, please, please. If you want a free t-shirt, I have my somewhat Hey Takira. I have my I guess my live assistant, Miss Tillery. She taking all lives. If you purchased an ebook, you can get a free t-shirt. Just make sure once you purchase it using the link in my bio, come back and give me your name and your t-shirt size so you can get it. And my YouTube, that's in my bio as well. Everything's in my bio. So anyways, that was some nasty. That was nasty. So anyways, I went ahead and I tried the green beans, y'all. I tried the green beans. The green beans was like fresh green beans. They're okay. They are most definitely okay. The cornbread looked like it should have been like the top layer of a cookie, like a cream filled, like a vanilla chocolate wafer cookie type thing. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't want it. I literally was like, I pushed it, right? And everybody was like, well, not everybody, but the people at my table was like, oh, no, I want it. Give it to me. Give it to me. Nope, I'm going to just push it in the middle. Whoever grabs it, grabs it. So I pushed it. I left it there. I I savored, Lord knows, I savored that pudding cup. God, I was in there. Even the little pieces I could, I'm just like trying. That mug was dang near clean when I went to go put it in the trash, right? So it came time for us to clean up and do all of that, and we went to sleep. I ain't gonna go through the whole rundown about Louisiana. That's just how my first night in Louisiana went. So after about a week or so being there, you know, people started coming through for church. People started, the ladies started coming through for AA, NA, and things of that sort. You know, they came through offering classes. So I figured if I take a class or if I go and interact and join all of these activities and groups, it'll make my time go by faster. It'll make my time. It didn't. It did not. It did not. It was like I was in an hour class for a minute. Like, bro, how was I sitting here for an hour and I come out, it's only 12:01. It's supposed to be 1 o'clock. That's how slow time was moving in there. So as time prevailed, I kept getting asked, like, can you give me a track? I want a track. And so eventually I told the lady, I was like, I really want to take my hair down. I want to take my hair down. She was like, okay, I'll take it down for you. Excited. Like, excited. So I went to sit down. You know, she actually was able to go and get a blade from when they allow you to shave in there. They give you a little razor. She went and got a blade and she cut the little thread. This is before I shaved my head bald. For those of y'all who don't know, I shaved my head bald here recently. She got the little blade. She popped it on the thread and she was literally taking my hair down. When she got to the top, she said, I only want 2. What do you want me to do with the rest? And I was like, I guess I just throw it in the trash. I had my little braids. She took my braids down. She said, you need some shampoo? Like, she was willing to give me the whole 9 yards because I gave her a couple tracks. So, y'all, fast forward real quick before I go back through what we was going through. Y'all, this lady took a couple tracks. She took the weft off. And when she came back, y'all, I kid you not, she had 2 braids in her head, but the end of her freaking braids was thin. Like, the mugs was thin, and she literally sitting here like she the baddest thing walking. Like, you did, bro, you could have used all the tracks and did some feed-in braids. Like, I'm baffled. I'm behooved. Hey, Ink Marie, how you doing, baby? So I'm baffled. You only wanted 2 tracks to put these thin-ass braids in your head. So anyways, as time goes on, y'all, I'm going to the classes. I'm going to church. I had accumulated a Bible in there. I started reading. And I was like, bro, I got to figure out something. So I started writing a little bit. And it was just pointless things. I don't want to say pointless, but it was just things to bypass the time. If I consistently just keep myself busy, time will go by faster. So I have been in Louisiana job for about 28, 29 days. And I'm sitting here, I'm writing records on the little kites. I'm writing everybody like, bro, when is East Baton Rouge coming to get me? Like, at this point, I know for a fact I have to be extradited to Louisiana when they come to get me. So somebody finally brought me back. Like, when they came through with the mail, they was like, Hodge. And I'm like, oh, shit. Somebody cares enough to write me. Even I thought it was a letter from the free world. It was not. It wasn't a letter. Like, I ain't had nobody to call on the phones. Like, I tried to call my dad one time. They gave me, you have 30 seconds, right? And I'm like, Dad, I'm in jail, like trying to squeeze it into 30 seconds. As soon as my dad got ready to say something, boom, it's gone. So anyways, I finally got the letter. They called me. It was just like, you have to go to court for your charges in Dallas County, which was the failure to identify. And then you will go to Louisiana. So day 31 actually rolled around. They called me early in the morning. Hodge, get up. You got court. I'm like, oh, shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to court. Then after I leave court, I'm going to Louisiana. When I leave Louisiana, I'm going home. So I'm thinking, oh, this is going to happen within like a week. I gave myself a week just to calm my mind, just knowing like I'm not going home today. Right? So they take me to court. When I go to court, first off, you don't even go directly to court. Let me explain this to you. When they took me down to the little room, they put me in little handcuffs, put the little ankle bracelets, my very fancy ankle bracelets on. And then proceeds to take me and put me in a holding cell. I said, man, I thought I was going to court. That was like, you are going to court. You got to go through, like, you got to be here first. Like, you got to be in this courtroom. In this little cell. So I was like, okay, this is the first step. I sat in that cell for like 5 hours. If that was the case, y'all could have left me in that big open room with all those other crazies, and I would have been cool. I would have been cool. No, not me sitting in this room just trying to figure out what's really going on. So after me sitting in there running my mind ragged, they come and get me. They take my little ankle bracelets off, but I still got to keep these on when I'm going because it's open court or whatever. So I go in. This dude comes stand beside me. Guess who he is? My public defender. He said, listen, I am so sorry. I should have been to you in a week, and I'm so sorry you had to sit in there for a month. And I was like, what do you mean you should have been to me in a week? You know, clear, like, he was like, yeah, a charge like this, you only sit like a couple days, but I've been so swamped with cases, this, that, and the third, and, like, I should have had you out here in a week. So afterwards, he was like, you did more than enough time. You did more than enough time to have time served. You did more than enough time to have time served. So I was like, okay, cool. So what happens after this? He said, you about to go home. I let this man trick me into thinking I was going home again, knowing that I had that bull crap out of East Baton Rouge. Like, bro, why would you set yourself up for this failure? You know for a fact that they done told you, after you finish these charges, you're not going home. You're not going home. Hey, Beauty 89, baby, how you doing? And so I still let myself get tricked for the okie doke after they done already told me that I wasn't going home. Y'all do me a favor and double tap the screen. If you're new in here, hit the follow button. For those of y'all who are just now coming in, it should be in your files. MCA, babe. If you've gotten your ebook for $9, I need your name and your t-shirt size. My assistant is writing them down for me so I can send out free t-shirts. The ebook is $9. When you go and place your order, I need you to make sure your email is correct. If your email is not correct, you will not receive an email. Hey, Andrea. I'm in Dallas too, baby. You will not receive an email for my second book being $10. You will not. Make sure you type your email in correctly. If you want a free t-shirt, the link in my bio, hit my book. It'll take you there. Place it, come back and tell me your name and t-shirt size and we'll get it done. Okay? So boom. He goes, he gets it, time served. The judge signed off for it. Thank you. My business doing good. We'll send you donations. Thank you, Nate. Thank you. Hey, from Delaware. Hey. Thank you, C Likely 20. So after court, I get my copy of the paperwork in my head. Even though I know I'm not going home, I go back to Pod H, Housing H. And everybody was like, how was court? I'm like, I'm going home. Like, this is me. I'm excited. Telling everybody I'm going home. Hey, from Texas. Memphis in the house. So, hey, Nyla. When I get back into the pod and I'm telling everybody I'm going home, everybody, like, some people excited. Yes, you do, Amazing Sunshine. Some people excited. Some people looking like, you know, oh my God, you just got here. You get to go home. You know, there are those type of people in there. So, I said, I'm going to go to sleep. Because when I go to sleep, I know for a fact, time going to move by fast. And they going to call me and wake me up. Y'all, I go to sleep. I ain't wake up till like 2 a.m. And I'm like, why these people ain't calling me? Why I'm still here? Even though I already know what they said. I'm sitting here creating a false narrative like, So anyway, I drift back off to sleep. They wake us up at 4 o'clock. It's breakfast time. So I'm like, okay, we up for breakfast. So somebody got to come through here in a minute and get me. So after they didn't get me and lunch had passed through, I had asked the guard, y'all, and pause. My auntie, my blood, like not blood, my foster parents' blood sister, she was a guard. She said, Hodge, who you know? And I was running down the people, and she asked me if I knew Glenn Hodge, which was my uncle that lived in Dallas. I was like, yes, ma'am, that's my daddy's brother. She was like, baby, what is you doing in here? Like, my auntie was the CO in the pod at the time. I'm like, oh my God, auntie, can you help me get out of here? Type shit. But, you know, I ain't tell her that, but this is what I'm thinking. Like, maybe she got some pulls or something. So anyways, I ended up asking her. I was like, listen, I went to court. I got my stuff handled in Dallas County, so I'm trying to figure out when is Louisiana coming. And she said, well, you just gotta wait for them to teletype Louisiana, and Louisiana will let them know if they're coming or not. So I was like, okay. I ended up writing, like sending another kite. I sent another kite, and it took them like 4 days before they responded and said the same thing. Like, you'll have to go to magistrate court, sign the extradition form, and boom. So another 4 days had rolled by. I was awakened at like 3:30. I was waking at 3:30. They was letting me know that I'd be going to magistrate court at 7. So I'm thinking like, okay, the ball is rolling. I'm cool, calm and collected. Y'all double tap the screen for me. So when I go to magistrate court, when I come down there, I was like, so what's going on? You know, completely trying to act like I don't know that I have been asking them over and over when I was going to be able to go to Louisiana. He was like, so you've been writing us all this time, and now that you're here, you don't know what you're here for. No, nigga, I want you to tell me what I'm here for. Give me some sense of hope. You know what I'm saying? Send me an email, MCA Bay, and I'll resend it to you. So he was like, well, what you're here for is you're gonna sign. I'm gonna read you your rights. I'm gonna read you your rights. You can choose to waive your rights and allow Louisiana the 30 days that they desire to come and get you, or you can not waive your rights and fight the governor's orders in Louisiana to be able for them to say, like, for them to send a proper reason or a valid reason as to why they want to come and extradite you. I said, so if I tell them I don't want them to come and extradite me, I'm going to have to sit in here for how long? He said up to 90 days. Hey, PYT Trend, you'll have to sit in here up to 90 days while you fight with the Louisiana governor as to why you don't think he should allow his sheriffs to come and get you. Or you could say, I ain't going to fight you. Sign this piece of paper and then give them 30 days. If they don't come in 30 days, then boom, they'll come and get you. So I was like, all right, I ain't finna sit in here for no 90 days. I can give y'all an extra month. It ain't like I can run away. So I signed the little extradition paper. He's like, okay, cool, come and collect. I'm gonna get this teletyped over. You take your copy and you go back to my H. The officer walked me back and they was like, so what happened? And I ran it down to them. I'm waiting now. I am officially waiting. So in my head, I'm like, I got up to 30 days. Up to 30 days. Let's run it. First week, run by. At this point, I done cut my hair. Well, I done cut the back of my hair. Like, I let this person shave the back of my head. Like, I done really become institutionalized. Your girl done went in there and became an MA. Like, I'm one of them. I'm one of them. Yo, chumma with gangster. Hey, Serenity. So, another week rolled by. Now, this time I'm getting antsy. I'm like, Lord, no. I'm not finna do another 30 days in here, Lord. No, Lord, come on. So then I started praying and I was crying. I was reading my Bible. I was doing this. I was doing that. And I'm like, Lord, come on, Lord. Listen. If you love me, you got to let these people come and get me, Lord. You got to let these people come. But low key in the back of my head, hey, Chrissy, set it off. It is right. In the back of my head, I already had a feeling. I was like, they're going to be here in a couple days. They're going to be here in a couple days. But I'm still over here trying to give Jesus ultimatums. Like, if you love me, you're going to let these people come get me so I can do my time in Louisiana and I can go home. Y'all, 72 hours, not even a complete 72 hours rolled around. But, like, day 2.5, they had woke me up. Hey, Sandra. They woke me up and was like, hey, you got to go. Pack your stuff. You got to go. And I'm like, shit. I got up, grabbed everything. I ain't even put it back into the fishnet bag. Grabbed all my blankets, my little towels, the underwear and everything. And I'm gone. Bye, y'all. Bye. Everybody was still asleep. Bye. Shit, when y'all wake up and y'all realize I'm gone, y'all don't know I said bye. I feel you. I hate jail. Been once and never again. Jail is horrible. So when I get out there, I'm standing at the little door. Waiting for them to let me out. You know, the COs on the inside don't have control of that. It's the people who watching you from the little camera. So I'm standing there. And I'm like, damn, what's taking so long? I hit the button. Boop. And the next thing you know, bro, if all I had to do was push this button right here, y'all should have a sign to say if you leaving or whatever, push this button, we'll know, and then open the door. Y'all ain't doing nothing up there but eating chicken. I know it. I know y'all just sitting back there pressing buttons, eating chicken. Point, period, blank. So the first door open, I go into the salad port. That one closed. And I'm looking at the guard that obviously was there for me to be able to walk me down to my next destination. So I'm sitting here like, come on. She's sitting there looking at me, but having a whole conversation with somebody else. Ma'am, you can finish this conversation after you take me to where I need to go. So I'm standing there. I'm talking about I sit there. I stand there for another 5 minutes, y'all. I stand there for another 5 minutes before the lady and the door open. I'm sitting here like, bruh, you taking 5 minutes of East Baton Rouge time. I'm ready to get there and get home. So anyways, I go out. She was like, take your stuff and put it over there in the gray bin. I was like, okay. So, poof. separate nothing. Get the other inmates to separate it. So when I do that, she was like, all right, come on with me. I go with her. We get on the elevator. We go down to the release corridor. But your girl ain't even being released. I'm being handed off to somebody else like I'm a Baton in a 1,600 meter relay or something. So I go down to her to the first thing. When I walk into the little release room where they give me my clothes and all of that back, I see East Baton Rouge up in there. I see them big as day. East Baton Rouge Parish. Big, the state of Louisiana seal. East Baton Rouge up in there. I see them big as day. East Baton Rouge Parish. Big, the state of Louisiana seal. All of that. Hey, Maddie. I'm like, oh, okay. But this is the key point. This is what killed me, y'all. They sent this short white man who looked like he couldn't run or wouldn't even try to run. And then they sent a white woman who was slightly taller, but she was heavy set. And I'm like, okay, weird. But I go into the little room, change back into my clothes and everything, and I come out. And when I come out, the lady was like, come over here and verify that what we're about to hand over to them is what you came in with. Hey, thank you. When I went over, it was my cell phone, my ID, and my social security card. Boom, in my belt. They gave me my belt and they allowed me to put my belt back on because my pants were like gonna fall off. Like, your girl got the butt, but they ain't got the waist to fill the pants. It's a very bad scenario, a very bad ratio. So when she let me put my belt back on, she was like, all right, she's y'all's property. Ma'am, I am not an object. You will not treat me like an object. You will not. So I go over to and stand next to the lady. She was like, all right, so I got this leg brace. You want it over your pants or under? And I'm like, leg brace? Like, usually they just put me some nice little ankle bracelets on. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got none of them. She was like, nah, because what we gotta do, you ain't gonna be able to function with those. And I'm thinking like, what we gotta do? What you finna do to me? So anyway, she said, do you want them under your pants or over your pants? For those of y'all who don't know what leg brace I'm talking about, East Baton Rouge is very distinct. Let me see if I can do this without looking like I'm trying to do. All right, so it's this leg brace thing. If any of y'all have ever broken your leg, then y'all know that you've had to have a leg brace. It's this little thing. It wraps around your leg in 5 different areas. But the middle part that's right here by your knee, she could put a key in there and lock it. So she put that, after I told her I wanted it under my pants, because shoot, I didn't want to look like a retard. She locked it to where this leg was going to be straight regardless. If I tried to bend it, there was no bending it at all. So she proceeds to put the leg thing on. She helped me put my pants back on, or at least pull it over my ankle. I pulled it up. And you could tell, like, okay, something going on. Like, you can see it. But I ain't want nobody to just see it. So she went ahead. She put the hand things on me. She grabbed my properties, put it into her little bag. And she was like, okay, it's time to go. So we go right back out the same little door that they originally booked me in. Y'all double tap the screen for me. So when we get outside, y'all, we go to a normal looking car. It got Texas license plates on it and everything. So I'm thinking, shoot, I know how far Baton Rouge is. We got a 7-hour drive. I got to sit back here with a leg brace on for 7 hours. My wig is human. It's not synthetic. It just looks synthetic because I put all that spray on there. It's human hair. So we get in the car, y'all. I know how to get to Baton Rouge, especially from downtown Dallas. Downtown Dallas, I would take 35 to 30 to Denton, go all the way up until I hit 80 to Terrell, take 80 all the way around, get on 20, and I'm flying down to Louisiana. Right. I'm dead with the synthetic. Right, Lauren, they're trying to play me. So when we didn't go that direction, I'm thinking like, okay, maybe they're just doing a detour. Maybe they know another way to Louisiana that I don't know about. Maybe we finna do something. So we leaving from downtown Dallas, y'all. We jump on 35. We go to 30 the same way, but instead we take 635 towards DF Dub. I'm like, why y'all going this way? It's so much easier. I'm not trying to be in a car for 12 hours. It's so much easier to just go this way. Cut it down by 5 hours. When we go, y'all, we literally keep straight until we get to the toll. Any of y'all ever flown DF Dub? Then y'all know you gotta, right. Everybody knows when you go to DF Dub, you have to go through the tolls. You get a ticket to go in because you gotta pay the ticket to come out. Weird but true. So when we get to the tolls, I'm like, what is we doing at the airport? What is we doing at the airport? So we go through. He scanned the little thing, get the little ticket. He don't care about it. He ain't got to come back through here. We get the little ticket. We go to the rental car thing. We get out the car. Like, the rental return, we get out the car. He was like, all right, well, I'm going to get the bags. You go and get her. You go and get her, bro. I'm not a package. I can get out the car myself. So the lady come around. She opened my door. She get me out. She was like, just stand right here, and we gotta return the car. Give him the keys, let him check the car, the mileage. Make sure 2 officers out of East Baton Rouge traveling with the inmate. Ma'am, can you say it in the car? Make sure the car is cool, calm, and collect. And it was like, all right, you're good. We'll return it. We go, y'all. DFW. We walk into the airport. When I walk in, I'm telling you, why is it so packed in here today? Why is all these people? Now, let me back it up 1 second. Before we went there, she gave me this black satchel because my hands was in cuffs or whatever. She was like, I'm going to just drape this over so that people won't even know that you got... Ma'am, me walking around like this, I got a pretty much 2-step or whatever because this brace on my leg, all right? You can get the hard copy. Sam, I'm going to Vivian this weekend. I'll drop you off when I come through Jefferson. I got to go see Daddy. So, she put the little black satchel over my arm, my little handcuffs or whatever. I'm like, ma'am, I'm already walking looking stupid. Let the people know I'm an inmate. But I appreciate you. I appreciate you, trying to hide my dignity and allow me to, still have a peace of mind or whatever. So we go in. The first thing we do is go to the ticket counter. When she go up, she tells the lady, she was like, listen, we are 2 officers out of East Baton Rouge. How much is the hard copy? It's $20. We are 2 officers out of East Baton Rouge traveling with the inmate. Ma'am, can you say it any louder? Like, I understand. I already look like an inmate, but can you say it any louder? My hair already looking all crazy and all of that. Like, these people know, like, she ain't traveling for fun. She most definitely ain't traveling for fun. There's something going on here. Why she walking like that? Why she doing this? Link in the bio, period. Thank you, London. And like all of that. So they proceed to go ahead and they asked her, are y'all traveling with weapons? Are y'all doing this or are y'all doing that? And the letter was like, yeah, we got our case. They got the lock and all of that on there. So she was like, okay, printed the tickets. Like, it was probably some more crap that's going on, but we got the tickets. So instead of us waiting in the line to go through the TSA pre-check, your girl get treated like royalty. I don't get treated like royalty. I'm just traveling with 2 agents. We go straight through. Straight through. No check, no nothing. Like, okay, we know you walking through the metal detector with this big silver leg brace on, handcuffs, and then y'all got y'all guns and everything. So we go through. We didn't even have to go through bag check. Like, none of that. Where they scan your bags. We go straight to the terminals. So when we get back there where the food and all of that is, she looked at me. She said, you got to go to the bathroom? I was like, no, ma'am. I'm okay. The guy that was with her was like, yeah, I got to go. And he dipped off to the bathroom. She said, well, you're gonna have to come with me to the bathroom. And I'm like, okay. So anyways, I go into the bathroom with her, y'all. You know what this woman had the nerve to tell me to do? She said, you go into this stall and I need you to lock the door for me. Listen, y'all. Listen to what she said. You go into this stall. I need you to lock the door for me and stay here. I'm gonna go into the next stall. Use the bathroom. Ma'am, the moment you go into this stall, lock your door and let your pants hit your ankles, I could literally take off running. You get what I'm saying? I could take off running. I probably won't get far, but your girl could try and get lost in the sauce, lost with all these people, try to blend in, dip off, and then find somebody to clink, clink, chop these mugs in half, and I have permanent, whatever it is. That's what I'm thinking in my head. Like, bruh, you just made a very, 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 very rookie mistake. Very rookie mistake. So anyways, I go into the bathroom like a duck, y'all. I go into the bathroom. I lock it. I do this. I do that. I go into the bathroom like a complete retard. And when she was over there while you get arrested, I came in late. I had took a charge for a friend of mine. I wrote an affidavit saying it wasn't him and it was me. I thought when you write an affidavit, that means they just take the charges off that one person. They can't do double jeopardy. You already charged somebody, but we found out who the real person were and it was dead and done. No, Louisiana don't work like that. It don't work like that in Texas. They literally only work like that in Texas. So I'm sitting there like a duck, a waiting duck in the next stall while the lady is next to me using the bathroom. And she took forever. I was like, bro, I could have been gone. So when she finished, she comes, she was like, you can come out now. You can come out now. And I opened the door like a real retard. And I walked out of there stood next to her while she washed her hands and dried them, and we went to the outside. So outside the bathroom, she said, "Are you hungry?" I was like, I can eat. We eat, and it's actually getting time for us to board. So we go. Really nice, don't get me wrong. So I said Panda Express. And then, "Hey Casey, how you doing, baby?" So we ended up going to Panda Express. We ate, we this, that, we that, and the guy. Like the guy ended up coming out, but he had already got windy. So he said he was going to go wait at Terminal 33. So while he's sitting over there waiting, we eat, and it's actually getting time for us to board. So we go. We get express boarding because being an inmate, being travel, we get the very last seats on the plane. Right there at the back by the bathroom. And so we get onto the plane, we chilling, everybody, they do the little, if any of y'all have ever been on the plane, they do the little rundown, the rules, regulations. If the plane happened to go down, grab a wrap, snatch off the wrap, whatever it was to survive. Boom, that's it. So we in the air, and the lady was like, we're going to come through here in a little bit with snacks if you guys are hungry. We're offering the full menu. And she looked at me, she said, "Are you hungry? Like, is there anything that you want?" In my head, I'm like, "Ma'am, I am an inmate. I am not your friend. But if you are a friend, yeah, your girl will take some Skittles, give me a Sprite or whatever." So she got me a Sprite and some Skittles, and then of course the complimentary peanuts. And so after we got in the air, she pulled out her phone. She scrolling Facebook. I look over and she showing me stuff. She's like, "Shit, man, give me my phone for a minute. Let me connect to the Wi-Fi and send a couple messages out, anything." And so I don't know what the heck happened, but I leaned over and was asleep, and I kid you not, I felt the plane descending quick as hell. There was, she was spending the government's money. I felt the plane descending quick as hell, and I'm sitting here like, we here? I look out the window, I see another airport. She said, "Oh yeah, we here already." A 45-minute flight, y'all, from Dallas to Baton Rouge was a 45-minute flight. I said, "I see why y'all ain't want to drive. Y'all wanted me to get to jail quick. My very first time on a plane was with an officer. Your girl is an inmate. Like, for real." So anyways, we land. Everybody start getting off the plane. I have to sit with the officers because they said, "Well, we're not going to move until everybody's off. Everybody get their bags and all of that. They gone." Boom. So when it came time for us to get off, she got off. Well, she got up. She was in front. I was in the middle, and the guy was behind me. Instead of us going through the terminal, like through the thing, they pulled the door off the plane and put the stairs right there. "Oh no, you don't get to walk. Nah, you officially an inmate now. You don't get to walk through the airport, ma'am. You ain't walking through the airport. We going down the stairs." The moment I took my first step down the stairs and I got to look past the little thing that connects to the plane, I seen 2 sheriff cars. 2. I said, "Okay, this is the real deal." So I'm thinking like, all right, whatever. I get into the car with them. And we still, like, shit, I should at least still have about another hour drive. Like, I don't have to go directly to jail. Wrong. The jail's right here, you freaking Brussels sprout. I get there, I get into the car. The other 2 officers that was with me, they jump into the other sheriff car. They zip off. The jail right there across the street from the airport, y'all. Y'all seen the little clip where NBA YoungBoy got released out of jail? When Bankroll, whatever, them 2 people got released out of the jail in Baton Rouge. That same jail was the jail I went to, which was right across the Metropolitan Airport in Baton Rouge. I live in Dallas. So we drive, like, go straight across the street to the jail. First thing I know, like, this jail ain't nothing like Dallas. It's literally, yes. Right, I should have dipped in the bathroom. You live in BR? No, I live in Dallas now. I live in Dallas. So we drive like 20 seconds and we at the jail. We pull in through the gate and everything. We go in. The first thing I realized, like, this jail is no. And I knew this jail was going to be hard. Because of the way it was set up. It had the barbed wire fences. Like, I ain't seen none of that at Luke Sterrett. And maybe because I wasn't really paying attention. But I ain't seen none of that real hardcore jail stuff. So anyways, we go into the jail. We get in. The first thing I see is a bunch of niggas as the COs. Like, a bunch of them. And one of them was like shooting his shot. I was like, "Oh my God, you're pretty. What are you in here for?" Like, sir, I am an inmate. Don't be trying to shoot your shot at me. Like, how you get yourself in trouble like that? Trying to be a good friend, taking a charge for somebody. Literally, that was me. being like, I'm always looking out for everybody else, and it's screw Sherelle. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to say that in a bad way, because I thought I was doing due diligence and being nice and whatever. But it is what it is. You know, I've overcome it. It's not on my record anymore. I got this article 892, I believe, if I'm saying that number right. And it was like, it was never applied to my record. I'm a Pisces. Yes. Aren't you wearing handcuffs? I done made it to the jail. We done bypassed all of that. Are you and the friends still cool? Yes. Yes. Don't get me wrong. Even after I got in there, because this is where the misconstruement came in. Because the crime that was committed happened on the LSU campus. So the LSU, the Louisiana State University police, they had it, but since they couldn't, like, I guess, officially press charges, they transferred it over to the actual police of Baton Rouge. So me and the friend, like, we still cool or whatever, because I had said I would do it on the strength of what me and him had been, like, what he had been told by the school police. It was like, bro, all you got to do is do an affidavit, and it's on me. This happened this was 7 years ago. Yeah, no, about 6 years ago. So I signed the affidavit based on the information he told me. We had been friends for a very long time, so I had no reason to think that he would lie to me. And of course, like, it is what it is. So anyways, we get to the jail. When I go, the intake process went a lot smoother. I came over there, but the guy was still trying, like, he was holding me up there in the front for a long time. Like, just talking. He was doing my finger rolls real slow. My picture, he actually let me take it a couple times. I'm sitting in there. I just want to use the phone. They put me in a cell. They walking me past the guy's cell all the way to the backside where the women were. As I'm sitting here doing this slow walk of shame, hair all over my head and everything, guys in the cell like, oh my God, you cute. Hey, little mama, this what I want to do to you. This, that. Just, you know how, y'all know how guys are when they in jail and that, like they, like, bro, you just got here 30 minutes ago. You just seen your side piece outside. I'm February 23rd. You literally just seen your side piece. So stop acting like you've been here for 50 years and you have not. So anyways, I get to the back cell. As soon as I get back there, they got one little bitty cell, y'all, stuffed with women. And I'm like, how is somebody like me supposed to fit in there with these slums? Like, and I wasn't saying like slums as in I'm attacking them, but they literally look like they had been sitting there for some time. Like, they was expiring fast. So anyways, he opened the cell anyways, gone in there. I walk in, I'm literally like, exactly. And you served that many days? Oh, I served 30 days in Dallas County. I had a charge in Dallas County I had to face first, and that was the failure to identify a fugitive. When I lied about, lied about my name. I spelled my name wrong, and I gave them the wrong year for my date of birth. So yeah, those 30 days I feel like could have been avoided, but I did it. So what's YT? YouTube? So I'm sitting in there. I just want to use the phone. I want to use the phone. When I officially got there, the guy had told me, he was like, you got a bond. You can bond out. So when I got into the cell, what state is your accent from? Texas. When I got into the